girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their
That's enough of that Russian hard bass killing your ears. Hello, that was Karito Sao BTSP running out in the WZ13G 135G FT The Blaze. Hello, all five of you. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Layla. Goodbye, Layla. Stay safe, Layla. The Deal for Real. Hello, Martin Prince. Hello. That was a great game. 4,378 and 2 zeros. Oh, excuse me while I cough my lungs up. So, we are back here on Asia, and you know what? There's been a few upsets, as we will see. I mean, looking at the charts, wow, if you look down here, Group 3, I think it is. Is it Group 3 or is it a 5 group up? It's up, I believe. Up. Feast did not get into the semi-finals. They got knocked out. Being knocked out means they're not in the final stage. As you can see, no Feast, which is a shocker. It really is a shocker, actually. So, you know, we got some of the usual suspects like GV and KDS and CATS and RN and ID and HLV and CALM and LOW. We've also got some newcomers like TGT, TCS, NIC. So, you know, it's all to play for. Don't forget, this is not a reward stream. Not this time, guys. The reward stream, well, if you go down to the cups, click onto current, click onto final stage, click onto streams, there it is there. It's Wild Ones Helper rolling out with Root Nova. He's streaming, so, you know, by all means go and check him out. I'm not streaming, I'm streaming, obviously. Where is it? Tournaments, there we go. So as it stands at the moment, if I've got it right, that's how it stands at the moment. RN is leading the pack at 24,000 cups, GV in second place on 23,000, ID in third on 22,500, Feast down into fourth on 22,000, HLV fifth, CATS sixth, LOW seventh, and Boon eighth. So that's the current leaderboard for Asia. As you can see, Feast not being in there today will allow HLV, CATS, LOW, and, well, HLV really, potentially CATS, to overtake them, because there would be taking no cups for them today. It's a big blow for Feast. HLV and Cats therefore looking to leapfrog. Low may also get in there. I don't think Boone can, to be perfectly honest with you, because they just won't get enough cups. Simple as that. I mean, if you look at the rewards for the final stage, then, I mean, if Boone get through, let's say they get through to the quarters, then they only get 677 cups. And it's this one that's the 2,000 cups. So if HLV or Cats win, then they will overtake Feast. Simple as that. So would Low. So HLV, Cats and Low are the ones to look out for here. If they don't win, then obviously Feast is still secure. It's not a big deal at this stage of the tournament, guys, to be honest with you. The reason I say that is because the teams, these generally, they're looking to get that top 8. And when they're doing the Essentials, which is effectively what this is, all they are doing is basically trying new things, trying new meta, trying new tactics, checking the other teams out, checking their weak points and everything, ready for the next part of the series, which comes next month with the Pro Tour. And that's the big deal. That is the big deal. So we will see how that works out for Feast. But that's generally what they do. If you are looking for the stream, then what you need to do, to be honest with you, I'll show you how to do it. Might as well. What you need to do, if we go back to that window, you go back to here, look. Then go down to tournaments. Click on that. Prove your skill. Oh, that's number 5. That's the wrong one. So you need to go down to here. You need to go to current tournaments. Prove your skill number 4. And that's the stream. So you click on that. And there you go. Stream will come up. Simple, really. Can't be much better than that, can it? Don't forget though, you have to log in, and it says there, log in to watch the stream and claim the reward. So don't forget to do that, guys, because if you don't do that, then you won't get anything. Simple, really. It's as simple as that. We're set to kick off very, 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 very soon. And when I say very, 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 very soon, I mean, you know, in about a minute. I'm streaming ZF versus 7CD tomorrow, not later, it's tomorrow. So if you mean later by tomorrow, then yes. Hi, Spicy. Oh, might as well open a container. Oh, no. Yeah, I've got a room, so let's go to the room. Might as well. So we've got GV against Act 1. I don't know Act 1, so we'll come back to that. I want to open a container. Why not? I've got containers open. Give me boosters. Give me boosters. Give me boosters. I got boosters. Give me boosters and an avatar. Boosters and an avatar. Booster avatar. There we go. Give me credits boosters. Credits boosters. Credits boosters. Oh, I've got a bloody avatar and a booster. Where's my credits? Such a con. Oof. It's just the way it goes, eh? Anyway, let's jump into the room. They should all be readying up now. So we're rolling with, as I said, GV. So we're on New Bay. It's always an interesting map, especially in tournaments. I'm interested to see the meta they use and the strats they use on this one. Don't know Act 1, I must admit. I don't know where they're from. Let me see if I can find out. Oh, they're Japanese. There you go. It looks like it's a Japanese clan. So, didn't know you Act 1. I know that you're now a Japanese clan, which is great. And GV we know is a Vietnamese clan, just to put you in the picture. So, there you go, Vietnamese clan. So that's all good. That's all good. Still don't know most of the team of Act 1. But it doesn't matter. GV have readied up. We've got Professor in a T22, Vietnam in an IS-4, Doha in an IS-4, Liski in an IS-4, Moscow in an E5, Rome in a T22, and Berlin has just turned up and will probably go out in an IS-4. At the moment, Act 1, well, they've still got 2.5 minutes to go, so they're not all here, and I don't know all these guys. So we've got Maratake and Ibuki and Rakau and Anon. That's a pretty one. That's an easy one to know. Yoshinori. You see, Berlin is offline. Berlin is back. So I hope I'm pronouncing your names correctly, guys from Act 1. My Japanese is restricted to Konnichiwa, Domo, Arigato. And that's it. That's it. That's the limit of my Japanese. So I apologise beforehand if I don't pronounce everything correctly. So I don't know if you are Marataki. I don't know if you are Ibuki, Rakao, Anon. Anon's easy. Yoshinara. Was it Yoshinara? Oh, Yoshinori. Yoshinori, yeah. So, well then, they're not all here. There's a minute and a half to go. So I'm hoping that the others will turn up very soon. They should do, as they've got to this stage of the tournament. It'd be silly and a shame for them not to all turn up. Because they have got a good chance here to put some pain onto GV. So GV are very eager. They've already readied up, ready to go, ready for the off. Oh, it's not looking good at this rate. Just over. Oh, here we go. Rito Cat. Who's that? Rito Katsi. I'm going to just call you Rito. Sorry. They still need another player. And they still need to ready up. Yeah, I've got 15 seconds, so it's not looking good. Come on, guys. I think that's going to be a technical victory to GV, which it is. As Act 1 did not get that act together. Sorry about that, guys. It's a good job I didn't go through the spawn points. Even though they're now switching them. No change in the lineups. Apart from Berlin now in a mouse. They are now, GV are now on the south spawn if it kicks off. I doubt it will kick off. Act 1 hasn't got a full team. They haven't readied up. And they just lost a technical victory. So the chances are there's going to be another technical victory here for GV. So GV are sailing into the next round. Basically. It's always a shame when this happens. Especially when you get to this level of the tournaments. Because you don't want to see this. You don't want to see technical victories. It's just not. It's not what people come to see. You've having 5 ready, yeah, you'll go out, but is it worth it? It's not worth it, guys. Not with 5. I'd surrender if I were you. If you've only got 5 players, you got 6. Okay, that might make it, but they're all going out in mouses, E5s, and a Death Star. So it's going to be an easy turnover, I would have thought. Oh no, change to a Sheridan. It's going to be quite an easy victory for GV. This It's not going to be an in-depth match, I wouldn't have thought. All heavies, apart from the Sheridan and the Death Star. At least they read it up this time. They're going to go out and have a little bit of a game at least, which is good. But I feel it's a bit one-sided. It's a tad one-sided, me feels. Yeah. Well, that game noise is a bit too loud. Oh, the glitch is back. Welcome back, glitch. We're just going to stay up high for the moment. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to go down. Professor is going to come across them very quickly, especially the Sheridan. And he's decided, no, I'm not going to stay here. Why would I stay here? There's two E5s and a Sheridan. Oh, and a glitch. Hello, glitch. How you doing? There's going to be more action over this side, I think, with the mooses. That's not, it's only one moose. Oh, hello, glitch. Go away! Horrible glitch. Maritaki is going to probably run into... Well, it's pretty difficult when there's a glitch. Glitch, go away, glitch. Oh, hello. Maritaki is giving Doha a bit of a hard time. Let's go down with Professor. Let's go down with the Professor and see what he's doing. Let's stay a bit low this time. With the Professor. Well, let's have a look what good Berlin's giving the mouse a bit time along Vietnam is as well. Let's have a look at this for the moment. Let's just leave the mouse for the moment and have a look at them sprawling all over the VK. Giving the VK a hard time as the mouse comes around the corner to try and help out, but it's going to be a bit too late. There you go, guys. Ziki. The two heavies are going to go down here. There you go. There goes one. The mouse is next on the list. Berlin's coming in. Good shot into the back there. And GV have really got this one in the bag, as I said. And I need to turn the game noise down. It's too loud. Let's get up and see what's happening up here with Rome and Professor. Professor, I'm going to tungle here with Maritaki. It's only two left, Maritaki and Ibuki. Maritaki is the one looking most healthy. Oh, he takes down Professor. It's not a 7-0. But here comes Doha to seal the deal. And everybody from GV swarming round. That's the end of that. GV straight into the next round. And gives me time to turn down that bloody game noise. Sorry about that. It was a bit too loud. Not even going to go through the damage. No point. Ooh, I can purchase the Fury. They do what? Yeah, okay. So, that was that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Can't really say much about that. Let's have a look at Layla going out in a WZ. Because we've got like an eternity before the games. We don't go out now for another, what, 25 minutes? 25 minutes is a long time, boys and girls. Let's be honest. Well, this is one of those glitchy replays where it looks like she's got an aimbot. of those things. It happens, man. Oi, 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 oi. Oh! Enemies destroyed. Nicely done. Sharp sticks being poked at people. I like it. Engine fear. We've touched him. Get Layla tearing up Alpenstadt here. Yes, kerfuffles. Hair of the dog always helps. Ah, Leppy's also having a beer. Great replay by Layla there. Oof, there you go. Oh, let's see if anything's done any changes here. Oh, we know Act 1 are out. We don't know who JV's going to get. Oh, they've got Cats. So we're up next with Cats in 22 minutes. On Winter Melanovka. So that'll be an interesting one. Why have I got a notification? I accepted that ages ago. Get rid of it. Disappear. Well, let's get some more boosters whilst we're here. Oh, got an avatar. Nice. Who else have we got that we can toy around with? Let's have a look. Let's go with Stygian. You know, Vico's Light. This is a tournament match, I believe. Looks like a tournament match. Yeah, ready to lose. Phoenix, it's me. Abyss, Elon, Nick. Against MFG. Team from the EU server. There we go. Nice. Yeah. La 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 la. Waiting for eternity. 22 minutes, you get to see cats who will show up and have a full team. There we go. See, everything's coming up Millhouse. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, running into some logs. Being bullied a little bit here in the Vickers station. I've turned the game volume down. Do you want it back up again? I can do it back up again. There we go. I don't mind turning it back up. Can you hear it? No, I turned it down because I thought it was a bit too loud, but maybe it wasn't. No, I've turned it back up. As everybody seems to say, like, you like game noise. Okay, game noise is back. She's back. Different Vuddy. She's back. Back. And just for that, kerfuffles, I'm going to play your replay. What are you doing, kerfuffles? Where are you going? Ish, dear buff. Come on, ST1. Come round the corner. Oh, maybe not. Come on, ST1 or Jaegeroo. One of you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, spoil sport. And kerfuffles got bored with that position and decided to move. And just as he does, the T-57 Heavy decides to come around the corner, along with the ST-1. That is what you call sod's law. They all come hurtling around the corner, and then you just track him. Oh, kerfuffles, I feel your pain, dude. That's more like it. ST1's got away from him again. Go on, HE up the back of the There you go. That's what you like to see. Booyaka. ST1. Maybe this time Force can get the ST1. He's been trying to get him all game. Yes, he does. And an 800 roll. Woohoo. Whoop, whoop. Chasing him down. Come to Papa. Oh, low roll in an HE. Now he's doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Doomed. Oh, the E5. Go, 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 stupids. Why is they stupids? Oh, because you died. I get it now. They're stupids because you died. That's how it works in World of Tanks Blitz. You die, everybody else is stupid. Of course. Silly me. Go, kerfuffles. Booyah! Only a second class, well that's not the point. Now, let's have a look. Where are you? There you are. Oh, I can't see because I'm on Asia. But I bet you is 48%. That's brilliant. They always complain. Let's have a look at Wild Ones Alpha, the one who's streaming. He's going out in a bat chat with Seek and Destroy. Let's have a look. This is Wild Ones Alpha, who's currently streaming, doing the reward stream for Asia, so feel free to show him some love. No, you're not going to do it that way, are you, Jack? Come on. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? You ran into the road. I mean, who runs into a road? I'm going to have to have words with Jack. Let the AMX go, Jack. He wants to die. Just let him die. There you go. And again. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Oh, you've got to shoot him, Jack. Shoot him again. There you go. Oh, 268 is going to smack you with an HE. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to shoot the AMX instead. Now he's going to run away and back himself into a corner. Because that's what happens. Oh, he's still in the corner, look. Still backed in the corner. And what to do, what to do, what to do. Not much you can do about it. And here comes the Conqueror. Not my fault you said the wrong replay. No, I didn't think the game volume had gone at all.
Thank you. He needs to wash his hands also, yes?
Well, here we go. Jack and his teammate in the bat chats, rolling around, doing what bat chats do best, annoying people. It's 3 on 2. 2 bat chats. TD and a missile tank. No, 2 TD. Yeah, TD and a missile tank. Oh. Go help! Go help! Go help! Go help! No! That's not a missile tank. What are you talking about? The T-95, you muppet moron. Kill the waffle Drager. Oh. Oh, almost. Go, Jack. Ooh, good shot. Ooh, another good shot. Me thinks he's going to load before you, though. Go, Jack. Get round him, Jack. Go, Jack. You can do it, man. Yeah, got him. It's all easy peasy. Oh, no. Left him on 100 hit points. And just the T-95 left. Hello, Every. How are you doing? Take out the T-95. Oh, look at this. Jack being OP. 5,446 damage in a bat chat. And he crashed into the road at the beginning. What more can you ask for? Oof. Very nicely done indeed. Oof. We've got 7 minutes. No, I can't do another replay. Let's get some more boosters. Booster. Okay, avatar and a booster. Yay, my avatars are growing. But I'm still going to keep my slap in the face. Yeah. I'm doing the usual every. Hurting people's ears with art bass. And waiting in eager anticipation for the teams. E4 is a good tank. Good tank. Good tank is the E4. Ba ba ba. Just waiting. Got about another minute or so to go. Don't forget. Let's see how else didn't get through or did get through. Let's find out. Final stage in the quarterfinals. We've got Low, Calm, TCS, GV, HLV, ID, KDS, and Cats. Going out, we there. Ooh! RN went out. Wowzers. Wowzers. That is really helped. Feast. That's a shocker. Didn't expect RN to be going down, but there you go. They're down. So, TCS moved through, shockingly. Wowzers. So who did RN go down to? can't remember who they're playing now. KDS. There you go, look. These things do happen. Yay. And we are with Cats against GV. So there you go. So, well, there you have. Who would have thunk it? RN going down. Who would have thunk it? Oh, look at that. I've got to see this pop-up offer. Look at this. Pop-up. Only for a mere, what's that? What, $30? Yeah, $30 I could get a Fury. But I'm not going to. Because I've already got it. Not on Asia, but I've got it on EU. And I see no reason to keep getting new tankies on alternate accounts. Boop, boop, boop. So, 3 minutes to go. Let's drop in the room now. Let's see if cats have already turned up. So we are on Winter Malinovka. Cats on the south spawn, GV on the north. Cats have already read up, so we got iLion in a mouse, Get In an E5, Just Fix the Server in an E5, Midix in an IS4, Necromancer in a Vickers Light, Toddcat in a mouse, and Juicy in an IS4. Moving over to GV, we have Professor in a T22, Vietnam in an IS4, Berlin in an IS4, Doha in an IS4. I don't know what that is. Is that Iski in an IS4, Moscow in an E5, and Rome in a T22. So that's where we're at. We've got 3 minutes to go. This is the quarterfinals, Prove Your Skill Group Stages number 4. Ba, ba, ba. And already 2 big names are out. Feast are out, and Root Nova RN are out. Yes, I do, please, Every. Please, pretty please, with sugar on top. Every, yes, pound. Duh! Oh, so 2 minutes to go. This is at least this time we're going to see a game. At least this time we get to see a game. We'll be rolling out in about just under 2 minutes. It's going to be an interesting one. As we saw earlier from the tournament chart, Cats will be looking to climb up this ladder that is the league. GV at the moment in second. RN, we're in first, but I suspect that may change today, to be honest with you. It may change. Although if I remember rightly, RN had 24. Yeah, they had 1,000 points, 1,200 points more than GV. So unless GV can win today, then RN are in no danger. But the fact of the matter is, like I said, I mean, in these Ascent Tours, the teams are aiming for top 8. They're not aiming for 1, 2 and 3 realistically. They're aiming for top 8. Mainly because, yes, EU is today, and Every's stream is the reward stream. There you go. And if by magic he puts it in the chat. So anyway, as I was saying, at this stage, the teams are just looking to get into the top 8 and making sure that they get comfortably into the Pro Tour. That's all. Nothing more than that. I don't know if it's different on Asia, but that's certainly the way the EU teams approach it. The EU teams generally approach it with testing a few bits and bobs out, checking new meta, new strats and stuff, and that's basically it. And then the aim is to get to the top 8, and then they turn it on in the Pro Tour. But that's EU. This is Asia. We're in the quarterfinals. Cats versus GV here on Winter Malinovka quarterfinal time. Oh, look at that. As if by magic we're with Midix. Yay. Midix. Anyway, let's get a pie into the back of the map as we always do and see where the teams are going to be going. We can already see that Cats are making a beeline for the middle area with Necromancer dropping down to go towards that A cap just for spots. And there you go. As if by magic, he spots Roman and Professor and the T22's coming in hard. And you've got the E5s. And let's get back over there because forget the two T22s. The E5s here, just get in the kitchen, just fix the server and just get in the kitchen. Doing some great stuff over this side of the map. That's exactly what we wanted to see. This is a good strat. Normally, as you can see, Rome there really getting pummeled a little bit. The rest of the mouses of Eyelion and Toddcat just holding fire here. Not trying, not even attempting to reset the P cap. So Get in the Kitchen is now making a move. Juicy and Necromancer, however, pushing hard on Rome. We're going to stay with this for the moment. Rome is about to go down. Unless by the grace of God a miracle happens. No, Juicy bounces him. Rome is not about to go down. We're going to leave that. Just keep an eye on it. Because Necromancer's coming in to take him down. And if by magic, Necromancer does. So we've got Midix, Eyelion. Oh, Toddcat goes down in the mouse. Eyelion is being surrounded by a lot of GV here. Oh, he's desperate for support, but the mouses are doing what they're meant to be doing, which is distracting the tanks. Taking a pummeling. And there goes Eyelion. He goes down. Midix and Juicy. Also Get in the Kitchen is coming up to help out now. Hit point wise, you can see that GV do have the advantage. They also have the cap points. And they also have more guns. You can see here Necromancer's in a bit of trouble also. But it's that area over there. The ramp. Juice is pushing in. Midix is going with him. They're going into Montpellier. Trying to push onto Montpellier. Oh, Juicy is anyway. Get in the Kitchen is pushing the other way. Midix is coming in. Montpellier is the target. But Cats are in danger of going down here. They get another tank out. They've lost Necromancer. Doe are holding fire there. Juicy goes down. You see, there goes Get in the Kitchen, and it's all over. And GV get it. Midixin just fixed the server. Last men standing. You see there. I mean, GV knocking out just shy of 16,000. And Cats not getting to the 10k mark. So, wowzers. Tilted and stretched? Really? You sure? Well, it's on full screen. It's on full screen, so I don't know why it's tilted and stretched. So, switching the spawn points, this time GV on the south spawn and Cats on the north. Cats, we got Eyelion in a Mouse, Get in the Kitchen in E5, Middix in an E5, Necromancer in a Vicar's Light, Toddcat in an AMX50B, Juicy in a 50B, and Phony Heroes in an IS4. Moving over to GV, we got Professor in the T22, Berlin in an IS4, Doha in an IS4, Isliski in an IS4, Moscow in an E5, Montpellier in an IS4, and Rome in a T22. Yeah, Kerfuffles. Legion is being streamed. Definitely. I think hasn't Amunet got Legion? I'll have a look after this game. So, are Cats going to be able to turn it round? Or are GV going to turn it round again? Anyway, let's get up behind to the back of the map, as we normally do. So this time we've got Cats making a beeline towards the top area, not necessarily the C-cap, but the top area. Looking at GV, we've got Professor in the T22 potentially heading down to the A-cap, with the IS4s coming to the middle. We're just watching the rest of Cats coming up to this top corner. As I said, not necessarily into the C-cap, but into the top corner. Now we got Necromancer dropping into the C-cap, but the Professor has dropped into the A-cap. Now, Cats are going to be on the back foot immediately because they did not cap first. So it all depends. We now need to see what Cats are going to do. Are they going to be pushing theirs, stacking up in this top corner? As you can see, 5 of them. Although I didn't think Necromancer's going to stay there much longer. Maybe he is, I don't know. Phony Heroes and Eyelion. Well, Eyelion is heading towards that B cap. Now, Cats, however, are 10 points behind. Eyelion has dropped here just to make sure that he can keep on the back foot if they try to get into the B cap or try to come down this lane here, which Doha in the IS4 may try, but he sticks his nose around, gets spotted, and thinks twice. They're still stacked up in the corner. So it's who is going to blink. GV don't need to. They have already got the advantage. Let's just go and see what Professor's doing. He is the team captain. I don't know if these are the one calls, but he's definitely the team captain. Professor, as I get to him, he decides to rotate out. So, Cats need to make the move, not GV. GV are gonna... Well, they don't need to do anything. To be honest with you, not a thing. They've stacked themselves up, and it looks like there is going to be a push. And it is coming down this flank, led by Middix. So let's go with Middix. Let's watch him roll down here. He's pushing down onto Moscow. As soon as we push down onto him, we'll get back up high. And there we go. So Moscow now is in danger. Moscow goes down. Not a bad push this from Cats. Dropping into the B cap. Professor coming in to try and help out. And so is the other T22 of Rome, making them push out. And we'll leave those two. The charge continues over this side with Get in the Kitchen and Middix pushing on Berlin. Get in the Kitchen should be able to get him in the bottom plate here. And he does. Back over to the middle area. Rome is now in trouble, being chased around by Necromancer. And he goes down. Now Doha manages to take out Eyelion, but Phony Heroes is there in the IS4. This is going to be a turnaround for Cats. There goes Phony Heroes. Now we've got Lizik, Lizki, He's the one in trouble. Get in the kitchen is going to be able to finish him off again, I would have thought. If not, Middix will come in and take him from behind. Or maybe Necromancer, who knows? Somebody. We've just got one tank link. It's the Professor. He's trying to get people down. He's looking for Toddcat, but no. Middix comes back in again. Toddcat is probably going to be able to get something. Yeah, there we go. And it's all over. It's a draw. So, Cats take it to the decider. A convincing win by Cats this time, unlike the first game. Cats knocking out 17,734 compared to 11,894 by GV. Cats turning it around, drawing the series so far, pushing it to the decider, which will be on Port Bay, with Cats on the south spawn and GV on the north. GV have already read it up. Professor in a T22, Berlin in a Mouse, Lizky in an IS4, Montpellier in an IS4, and as I said, they all read it up. They all decided not to ready up. So Berlin is in a Mouse, Lizky is an IS4, Moscow E5, Montpellier IS4, and Rome in a T22. Although Doha is still deciding. Looking at Cats, we got Eye Lion in a Mouse, Get in the Kitchen in an E5, Middix in a T22, Necromancer in an Object 140, Toddcat in an IS4, Juicy in an IS4, Phony Heroes in an IS4, and now Juicy and Get in the Kitchen are toying with me. They haven't changed their tanks, however, so there we go. So, we're going out in about 25 seconds. Make that 20 seconds. I can keep going like this. 25, 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's just realise the fact we're going out soon, yeah? So, who is going to take this? Is Cat's going to turn it around and punish GV? They need to if they want to climb up that leaderboard. Everybody's now sporting their pro avatars. That's very nice. As we always do, we're going to get a pie. And to the back of the map, maybe we're going to be looking at the C-Cap area. That's what we're looking at. We've got Middix, Necromancer leading the charge. Let's get over. And we can see there that Rome and Professor are also leading the charge for GV. So we're going to get a little bit of a tussle over this side of the map. Already, T22s of both sides have been spotted. Necromancer taking a bit. Oh, that was a big hit into Middix there. But Cat's able to bleed GV a little bit here, not as much as they'd like though, but they have bled them a little bit. We're going to go rolling down with Juicy. He's very far forward. He's doing a good move here as Juicy, trying to get down the middle to put shots in across. That's very aggressive movement by Juicy. It's a good play. Tries to get something in on the mouse, doesn't work. He's pulling back. You can see here the mouse of Eye Lion now pushing onto Professor. Oh, this is a big push. GV are pushing hard through the centre. Doha in the 113 has already gone down, which is probably what prompted the push. They're trying to get Juicy out of the game. Juicy isn't going to last much longer at this rate. But there goes Moscow in the E5. Juicy is now about to go. There he goes. Professor is also a one-shot. Rome is being chased down. So is Professor. Rome is being chased down, but getting the kitchen may lose that battle, and he does. Necromancer is going to chase him down. I'm not going to bother chasing that. We're going to get back over here. Phony Heroes and Toddcat are giving Montpellier and his key a hard time. You can see Phony Heroes here trying to get shots in. Massive Eye Lion coming around to try and help out also. They need to get rid of one of these tanks. Phony Heroes is now down to a one shot. Here comes Eye Lion though to try and save the day. Montpellier is looking very healthy, all he was, but now he manages to get Phony Heroes down, but it doesn't really matter. Because Montpellier is now in trouble. Let's be fair. He's last man standing. He's not going to last much longer, bless him. Middix is going to be able to take a shot, gets a good shot in. Maybe Middix can get another shot into the back. No, he doesn't, because Toddcat manages it and Cats turn it around massively. So, Cats knock out GV and progress to the semi-finals. Cats wanted that. That will stop GV from probably shooting above Route Nova today. 17,500 dished out by Cats compared to the 12,500 dished out by GV. We've got some time to wait now. Oh, I can get the legendary camo if I so wanted, but I don't so want. So let's have a look at the scores on the doors. George Doors. Da, 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 da. So we've got Cats, KDS, Team ID and Low into the semi-finals. We will be probably running with Cats. So who have they got? Oh, they've got ID. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. It will be interesting to see. Oh, I forgot to see what time it was. It is in 25 minutes. So, more replays. Every said he was sending me a replay. Let's see if he did. Yes, he did. Let's have a check it out. I don't have this tank, the pilot. Why the mouse and no Hellcat? Because I haven't grinded the American lines yet on Asia. Basically. Let's have a look at the every nab. I mean, that's a bit unfair, TT. It's like giving him free damage there. This is why Every's got a good win rate. Oh, so apparently you got out the IS-3 for some reason. Maybe because the IS-3 got himself into a bit of trouble there. I mean, if the IS-3 is going to be driving like that, then he deserves to be in trouble, guys. Calm down, IS-3. Calm down. Oof. That was a quick game, wasn't it, really? And he got a mastery as well. And it was a ratings battle. Oh. 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 Nicely done, Mr. Every Good Name is Taken. Who else have we got here? Let's have a look at this while I go and get myself a coffee. I'm just going to get coffee. You enjoy the Borsig. Okay, coffee is replenished. Na, da, 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 da. What? Game delete apparently. Delete the game. must have died first, yeah. As is the usual way nowadays. Booyaka! Take that, Action X! What server is this? I don't know what server this is. Yeah, TT, you keep saying that. Just another waffle tractor to go. Can the Borsig get the waffle tractor? Yes, he can. Round the corner and smack. Great mastery by Jake66 there. Lovely. Right, we should have a tournament room coming up very shortly. Not there yet. Should be coming up very shortly. Tournament room, where are you? Did say 4 minutes past, didn't it? There we go, look. As if by magic, there's a tournament room. I'm going to drop out though. I'll drop back in a minute because there's still 5 minutes to go and blah 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 blah. Ba-ba, just waiting. Dee, dee, dee. Oh look, another pop-up. Pop-ups everywhere. Okay, now we'll jump in because there's like 4 minutes to go and they're all ready and I'm ready and Phony Heroes is here spectating. Zai Yang Kun is the other streamer, by the way. I think he does it in Chinese. So we are on Oasis Palms. This is the semi-finals with ID against Cat. Going over to the ID side, we've got Campon in a Vickers, Active in a Vickers, Lanny in a 268, Linked in an IS4, Plurelica in an E5, Radioactive in an E5, and IDS in a Mouse. Moving over to Cats, we got Eyelion in a Mouse, Get in the Kitchen in an E5, Just Fix the Server in an E5, Midix in a T22, Necromancer in a Vickers Light, Toddcat in an IS4, and Juicy in an E5. So, bit of a crazy run in for Cats this. Now they've got ID. Can they turn ID over? Well, they've just turned over GV. So anything is possible, and as I said, it will help them. They are currently in 6th place. If they can get through to the final, they can possibly leapfrog Feast, who didn't make it into today's games, getting kicked out yesterday. But they've got to go to the final and win that. Have Cats to get there. Team ID at the moment are in 3rd place on 500, on basically 2,000 cups more than Cats. So Cats could, in theory, jump into 4th place if they so wished here. It's up to them. We will find out very shortly. And talking of cats, my cat has just come in and started eating my models. Why are you eating my models? That's just stupid, isn't it? Don't eat my finger. Go away. You crazy little kitty. Crazy kit. Crazy kitty. Crazy kitty. Crazy kitty. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Ba, ba, ba. So still got a minute to go. The teams are still talking. Probably who's going to shoot who. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll find out in a minute. There's a minute to go before kickoff. I mean, I like both teams, don't get me wrong, and I don't want to show favouritism because I do like ID and I do like Cats. But I just want Cats to win. Is that bad of me? Sorry, ID, you're in third place. You can afford to lose. I want to see Cats get up there. You know, I want to see Cats challenge. Ow. Although I do think that Cats need to have all their tanks with cat camo, just for the additional effect of being called Cats. That would be craziness in a bundle, really. It would be like a bag of wild cats. It would be great. So here we are, Oasis Palms. Oof. It's going to be an interesting one. So let's get a bind to the back of the map, as we always do. See where they're going to be going. And already we can see that Active Duty is making a beeline for that sea cat. In Prorelica and Radioactive, sort of heading out towards him. Campon heading for the A-cap area, looking at Cats, however. Wow. We've got Get in the Kitchen, Juicy, and Just Fix the Server heading towards the A-cap. Toddcat, Middix in, just tailoring off a little bit. Necromancer just holding back in the city along with Eyelion. So Cats again are going to be on the back foot. They are going to be getting the A-cap, but they've already got the C-cap over there, have ID. However, some good shots going in. Radioactive getting a bit of a smacking as he comes down. Now you can see what they're trying to do here. Radioactive and Prorelica are going to be holding this ramp to stop Cats from getting anything into that B-cap. Middix and Necromancer just peeling off and rotating back round. IDS in the mouse here, just side scraping off the corner. Link's coming round as well. So you can see Eyelion being smacked around a bit there by Prorelica. Eyelion just trying to tempt them, basically. That's what he's trying to do. You've got Middix. We've got the rest of the team of Cats just spreading out, making sure that nothing comes down that flank. Lanny over there in the 268. IDS getting smacked around a bit there, this time by, I think that was Juicy, I'm not sure. So at the moment it's a bit of a standoff. No one's going to be pushing anywhere at this moment in time. I mean, Cats are the ones on the back foot, so they're stacking up here and waiting to see where they're going to push. They're putting good shots into IDS there. We're going to stay up high for the moment because it's just individual shot trading currently. And then you've got Campon rotating along with Active Duty, I think. No, they're just stopping. They're just trying to get shots across. Lanny is moving. Lynx is moving as well. IDS is really getting smacked. Juicy is making a move also. So at the moment, it's just they're just trading, nothing more than that. And you can see Cats have just whittled down a little bit. They've lost it. Eye Lion has really been smacked around a bit, and that's where most of the 8 points have gone. So at the moment, the advantage is with ID. Campon making a bold move down the centre. Let's go with him a little bit and see what he's doing. He's trying to get into Midix. This is what Campon is doing, trying to get shots in. He's not, now he's spotted, but Midix in the T22 can't do anything about that. So 10 points separate the teams. Cats are the one who have to make the move. They have no choice. They either need to kill a tank or they need to cap a base, or one of the two. It's just trying to anticipate where Cats are going to be pushing. They can't really use the mouse. Here they go with the E5s. They're going to be pushing down. They're getting shots into linked. But Lanny is there in the 268. Oh, Lanny. Juicy dropped the reactive armor and Lanny doesn't land a convincing shot. But again, they've got to push. Now there's a push in the center as well. Onto Radioactive, led by Toddcat and the IS-4. He's moving in, trying to take out Radioactive. And the mouse comes in as well. The E5s are still pushing. They need to get a tank down. Lanny is looking worse for wear, but look at the rotation. Campon comes in. Prorelica comes in. Lanny goes down, but so does Fix the Server. Points are now even Stevens. Cats, in fact, are just managing to get the points more. Now that's really settled it. But Get in the Kitchen's about to go. There he goes. So we need to get back over here because this is where all the action is. There goes Active Duty. It's Radioactive they need to get down. Who is going to be Eye Lion or Radioactive? Toddcat is coming in to help out. Same as Midix, same as Necromancer. It goes down and Cats turn it. Wowzers. So, Cats holding their nerve. Great push in the E5s. Followed by the push into the centre by the IS-4s and the mouse. Really good stuff there. Fantastic stuff. Just a little bit too much for ID to hold. Damage wise, you can see only 200 HP difference between the two. Wowzers. Good stuff. So, we're now going to switch the spawn points. So, we're switching the spawn points. This time we have got Cats on the south spawn and ID on the north spawn. Cats ready up first. So we've got Eye Lion in a mouse, Commie Kitten in an AMX coming in, Midix in an IS-4, Necromancer in a Vickers Light, Toddcat in an IS-4, Juicy in an MX-50B, and Phony Heroes in an IS-4. Moving over to ID, we have got Campon in a Vickers, Active Duty in a Vickers, Lanny in a 268 again, Linked in IS-4, Prorelica in an E5, Radioactive in an E5, and IDS in a Moose. So can Cats capitalise and get through to that final? They have got 1 foot there, or should I say 1 paw already into the final. Can they get both their paws into the final? Can they turn over ID? Well, they've certainly got the capability of doing it. We will find out in about 15 or so seconds of kickoff time. It's going to be interesting. Cats will be looking to turn over ID. Now let's get a bind to the back of the map, as is our usual peculiarity. And see where they're heading. Well, again, we've got the Vickers of Active Duty and Campon moving towards the sea cap. This time we got Pro Relica and Radioactive going with them, the Mouse of IDS and the IS4 of Linked going into the centre. We've got Middix in the IS4 and Todcat in the IS4 going towards the C-cap. Now they played a similar strat to this the other day where they just out this rock and gave the other team a really hard time. It was a great strat. Are they going to be trying the same again? Eyelion in the mouse, Necromancer at the back. It is a similar strat. I think it is the same strat actually. Yes it is, and the 250Bs of Commie, Kitten and Juicy sat at the back. This is exactly the same strat they played the other day, which was highly successful. But are ID wise to this strat? Did they see that? Well, Cats are going to be taking the advantage. What they did the other day, they sent the two IS4s there and kept these two AMX 50Bs at the back. The IS4s dragging the tanks round and the 50Bs really punishing them. This time, however, the IS4s have not been able to drag the E5s round. The E5s of Radioactive and Pro Relica are still there. Now the Vickers, they may have seen this strat, so they know where the 50Bs are, and as we can see there, the 50Bs have now spotted. But Campon really getting a pummeling here by Commie Kitten. They take the A-cap, but they're behind now. ID are well behind on points, so they are the ones who have to push. IDS and Linked are just trying to get positions here. Over on the B-cap. Todcat able to put a shot in, but Eyelion gets a shot taken into him as well. That was from across the map. That would have been by active duty, I would have think. Or maybe Lanny actually, with the amount of HP lost. He puts a shot into IDS. So, good move by ID, taking the B-cap. Forcing Cats to make a rotational move and a push, led by Juicy in the AMX. Trying to push onto the A-cap, maybe get shot into the mouse of IDS. Nope, going to carry straight round onto Lanny. Necromancer's going to be pushing onto Lanny, trying to get behind him. Lanny could be in problems here. Necromancer's able to get behind Lanny. Oh, I'm going to stay here for the moment. We can see that there's stuff going down the other way, but Lanny's about to go. Lanny goes down, Todcat goes down, Campon's gone down, Middix is in trouble. Linked and Pro Relica are trying to push on him, and so is Active Duty and the Vickers. There goes Middix. However, Cats have got this in control at the moment. IDS is about to go down. There he goes. So that's 3 tanks down so far for ID, and they're about to lose the base as well. Pro Relica is now a one shot. He goes down. Active Duty is now one shot. He goes down. Just Linked in Radioactive left. Eyelion pushing on to Linked. This is a great strat. They worked it the other day to maximum effect. They've worked it again today. I thought ID was wise to it. Linked as a one shot. Maybe a two shot if I'm generous. Yeah, he's a two shot. There we go. Leaving Radioactive as the last man standing. Can't do anything about it. Cats have taken this one all the way. They're in the final. Both paws are there. Great stuff by Cats. Don't manage to take out Radioactive, but they managed to turn the game. Fantastic stuff. And like I said, they used that strat the other day and it worked, and they've used it again today and it worked. It didn't work the same way as they anticipated, which was the IS4s dragging the tanks round into the C-cap and getting the AMX 50s to smack them from the back of the map, but it worked. Having the AMX 50s pounce down on the flank onto the A-cap with Necromancer in that Vickers pushing through and getting rid of the 268 of Lanny, turn the game. Great stuff by Cats. Really good stuff indeed. They are into the final. Who will they be facing? Ooh, we don't know. We don't know. They're facing KDS. Wowzers. And that's kicking off in about 15 minutes. So let's just have a look at the leaderboard, just to remind ourselves. So at the moment we got Cats here. If they win, they'll get 20. They'll get 2,000 cups, which means they can, in theory, jump above Feast. There will be no change. Maybe Team ID may jump above GV. And G, depend. I don't think if Route Nova will drop down. I think there's enough cups. I don't know. There may be some changes around here, but Cats can certainly jump above Feast. They certainly can. Although they have got KDS, and KDS have been playing well. Cats have certainly managed to, I think, jump above HLV, so they're now in 5th place. But still, all to play for. Let's see if I've got any replays being sent to me. Boop, boop, boop. He says, in eager anticipation. Well, no there. And what about on Discord? Discord? Anything on Discord? Discord. Maybe. Oh, I have, yes. I've got Up in Smoke. Let's have a look at Up in Smoke. And then I've got Tony's iPad. And TT. I've got 3 replays. Don't have a play all of them. But we will see. Let's go with this one first. This is Up in Smoke in a VK36. I'm not commentating because I'm reading the chat, sorry. You don't need me to commentate on a VK36 game. It's a good game, it's a good tank, it's OP, it's broken, all those things. Oh, here comes Eraser BP44. Trying to find a way to penetrate a VK36. Just can't do it, look. It's not a weird background noise, it's my mouse. Unfortunately. It's not on a pad, it's just on a desk because unfortunately the iMouse doesn't like mouse pads. And so you're listening, you're hearing basically my mouse. Yeah. That. It's that, unfortunately. Great game, that. Really good mastering. And we've still got plenty of time. So, Tony's iPad EDOS. So that's what you're hearing. Just goes to show that my mic is a good mic. It picks up insane noises, like my mouse going across my desk. Because my microphone is set up on the right hand side of me and I'm right handed, so you get to hear the mouse all the time, I'm afraid. All those other strange noises of tanks shooting at other tanks. That's about it. So is the 263, it's also a lovely tank. If you know how to play it, and where you play it, you just stick it front onto everything and fire like a demented fool. And just don't stop firing until the thing in front of you is gone, and that's it. You should buy Sheridan. I love it. This is why I love this tank. It is a great tank. But a lot of people don't play it properly, which is a shame. Because this is how you should be playing it. Just stick it front on and just keep firing until the thing that you're shooting at disappears. That's all you need to do. Just like this. See? Keep firing until the thing you're shooting at disappears. Trick is, don't go side on, don't show your rear. Aside from that, pretty simple tank to play. This Pill 57 Heavy is going to try and pen his front. It's never going to happen. See? That's all you need to do in this tank. That's how easy it can be. There was Nub Gigabyte there as well. Where was Nub from? Where was Nub doing in that game? Who was in that game? That was Tony iPados. Great Mastery 4686. There was Nub Gigabyte and Nameless. Oh, I know some of these people. Yeah, there you go. But anyway, we have got final coming up. We haven't got it yet, but we've got the final coming up, guys. Between Cats and KDS. Kicking off in about 7 minutes or so. 8 minutes. Which means I don't have enough time to do another replay, which is a pain. I'd like to do another replay, but I can't. Let's see what's in the store, shall we? Cromwell Berlin, not a bad buy, not a bad tank. The Defenders are back. Mark 1, seriously, that's a great tank. Action X, another great tank. Chimera, another great tank. And as we're on the Asian server, if you ever do another Tier 8 tour, you want the Defender, the Carnarvon, you want the Defender Mark 1, the Action X, and the Chimera just to take on GV. Bundle wise, it's just the Gross Tractor and the PZ2J. Both collectors. If you're minded to do that. Look at all this. Let's combine them all as we wait. And why not? There we go. Oh, got a container. What's this? Smash and lock box. Oh, I haven't got the key. So I've got all these, look, but I don't got any of the stuff. Well, I've got lots of these. And not so many of those. I need another few of those. Combine those. Combine those. Oh, not available. So that's a bit of housekeeping. No, it's not breathing, it's the mouse. It's the mouse. And I just move the mouse a lot there just to prove it. So, should be getting the invite through in about a minute for the final. No, it's the mouse, guys. My poor win rate. Still stuck. Oh well. Dee dee. La 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 la. Hey! Booyaka. So there we go. Everybody's here, look. I'm going to drop back out. We're on Middleburg. Cats versus KDS. I'd like Cats to win this. It'll be quite nice. It'll be good. It'll be interesting. It'll be shaking things up a bit. It's always nice when you shake things up a bit. Nothing wrong with a bit of shaking. Let's drop in there. And everybody's here. Random spectators. Eternal Shinzan is the other. So A Random is Wild One's helper. He's the one doing the reward stream. Eternal Shinzan is the, I believe, Japanese speaking streamer. There's me. And Zai Zhengkun is the Chinese speaking streamer. So, cats have read it up first, and we've got iLion in an IS4, Get in the Kitchen in an E5, Just Fix the Server in an E5, Midixk in an E5, Necromancer in a Vickers Light, Toddcat in an IS4, and Juicy in an IS4. Moving over to KDS, Kiss Fight and Canada have not read it up yet. Bloodline is read up in an IS4, Melancholy in an E5, The Love is not rated up yet, Bokiman in an E5, and I love this name. I'm going to have to click on it because it's just a great name. Chicken's So Beautiful. I love that name. It's brilliant. Chicken's So Beautiful in IS4, Bokiman in an E5, Kiss Fight in an E5, Bloodlines in an IS4, and The Love in an E5. Oh, Kiss Fight is still considering what to go in. So we got about 2 minutes to go. Can't remember the full name. I'm afraid. The Love of Despair. Of course it is. It is Bloodlines, and it's Canada Gent. So just refreshing myself on KTS because I've only streamed them once, so keep forgetting people's names. Oof. This is the final. It's all to play for. KDS will be looking to try and get into the top 8. I don't know where they are on the top 16, but they're outside the top 8 at the moment. Cats are now firmly securing themselves in the top 8, which is good. We're halfway through the tour. With not many more to go. In fact, we've only got 3 more rounds to go. So unless something drastic were to happen, Cats are very, very much in to the Pro Series. KDS are looking to try and get there. They're not yet. Still another minute. Nervous. I'm looking forward to this final. It's great to see. It's not your usual final, is it? It's great to see other teams getting there. Cats can certainly leapfrog Feast if they win this. That'll be a blow to Feast. Well, not really, as I said, because they're just aiming for top 8. But it'll be a confidence booster for Cats. We're all ready. Everybody's ready. Oh, always a tricky map. So a great game the other night for the plucky Finns on the EU server win. They just literally railroaded everybody on this map. It was so funny. Don't think we're going to see that today, but you never know. Good luck, ICT. So let's get up to the back of the map as we normally do and see what is going down. So we got Canada Gent not staying up. It looks like he's rotating down, and the rest of the team is coming up of KDS. We've got Canada Gent heading towards that B cap. Juicy and Toddcat in the IS4s dropping into A. Necromancer trying to oversee C, and the IS4 of iLion and the E5s of the rest of the team making their way up there. So we're just going to hang around here because I've got the whole of KDS coming this way, and we're just going to hold back here for the moment. Here comes Pokemon in the E5, leading the charge towards the C-cap for KDS. He's been spotted, so is Bloodlines. Bloodlines going out to the right, far wide, trying to get shots in. He's also been spotted, so is Necromancer now. Oh, shots coming across from the E5s. And that was getting the kitchen, putting shots across there. Pokemon going to drop into the C-cap. And he does. They've now got 2 caps, potentially. They're going to get the C-cap. You can see here what Cats are doing. Necromancer is now going to run around and I think trying to cap the B cap. So you've got Cats all lined up on this ridge, allowing KDS to take C. Necromancer is toying with the idea of going into B. So Cats are now going to lose the advantage on the cap points. KDS forcing Cats to make the push. Juicy in the IS4 leading a bit of an aggressive charge. He's not rolling in massively. He's just trying to get into a better position, I think. A bit more forward. And the other tanks behind him, Eyelion in the IS4, just fix the server, Midix and get in the kitchen are just getting onto that ridge line again. The push is going to be coming from this quarter, I believe. Juicy is going to try to make a move onto Pokemon. He does, but he misses. Just have a look at what the rest. And you can see here, Melancholy Alice, the Love of Despair and Kiss Fight are just holding this ridge, ready to react to the B cap if it pops. But the push from Cats is definitely going to come down this line. It can't be any other way. They've lined all their tanks up. Get in the Kitchen is now leading the charge. They're charging onto Pokemon in the C cap. They may have left this a little bit too late. They need support. There are 2 tanks in there. Now come the E5s, the Despair, Melancholy Alice and Kiss Fight are coming in. They need to get tanks out the game, do Cats. Points wise, they're up against the wall. They've got to get Bloodlines out the game if they can. Bloodlines is the tank that they need to get down. And KDS are going to win on points at this rate. They're almost there. Necromancer, and KDS are going to get this. Necromancer finishes off Bloodlines. That may help the charge a little bit, and it does. But now there's a big fight. Juice is going to go down. That doesn't help Cats. KDS really focusing their fire here. Good strap by both teams, but KDS capping the B and the C cap just takes it on the points. So 10,600 dished out by KDS compared to the 6,400 by Cats, but Cats just left that push a little bit late, methinks. And KDS were prepared for the push on the C cap. You could see that with the E5s just holding that ridge, anticipating the push there, or anticipating push into B. It was a good position for them to be in. They were able to hold that. So now we're switching the spawn point, still on Middleburg. KDS on the north spawn, Cats on the south. Looking at who's going to ready up first. Well, we don't know yet. So Cats have readied up first. This time we got Eyelion and a Mouse. Commie Kitten in an IS4 potentially. Midix in an IS4. Necromancer and Vickers Light. Toddcat in a Mouse. Juicy in an IS4. And Phony Heroes coming in an IS4. We're still waiting for KDS to ready up. There we go. So we've got Kiss Fight in an E5. Bloodlines in an IS4. Canada Gent in a Vickers Light, Melancholy Alice in an AMX50, The Love of Despair in an IS4, Pokemon in an E100, and Chickens So Beautiful, potentially in an AMX50B. So Cats will be looking to bounce back from that. KDS will be looking to cement that victory. I still think Cats will leapfrog Feast. I will have to check. We'll check at the end of the battle. At the end of the final, actually. So Cats yet to get a paw on the Victory Cup. However, it's all to play for. Yes, there is a little bit of controversy surrounding KDS, that is true. But at the moment, they're doing what they're doing. Let's get a pie into the back, as we normally do. I'm anticipating Cat going into the city here with those mooses. So we've got Canada Gent in the Vickers Light heading towards the sea. Bloodlines in the Ice 4 going there, and the Love of Despair in the Ice 4 going to the A cap. Necromancer also heading up north, but then changing his mind. The two mouses dropping into the B cap with the IS4s of Middix, Juicy, Comic Kitten, and Phony Heroes pushing hard onto the A cap. And they are pushing hard onto the A cap. Middix there just rotating into the corner. He can see tanks. He tries to get shots into Despair. Doesn't happen. Comic Kitten comes around the corner. Now we can see what's going down. We got Kiss Fight, Love of Despair, and Pokemon in the E100 now. Oh, can Cats? Love of Despair really getting smacked around a bit. Because light coming down. Bloodline's trying to get around the back. Trying to get around the back of the mouses. Anticipated that did Toddcat. Managed to get a good shot into Bloodlines. However, it's still Hall around the A-cap. Middix is jumping into the A-cap to take the points. Canada Gent gets a shot in. But Kiss Fight also gets a blooded nose from Middix. Middix just rotating out. Thought about capping but decided against it. Comic Kitten just in a secure place there, knowing that the E100 can't get hold of him. He's rotating back out. Oh, Bloodlines goes down. That's a big kill for Cats, but Chicken So Beautiful in the MX-50Bs coming in. Can Juicy do anything about that? Can Middix do anything about that? Can Comic Kitten do anything about that? They need to get shots into the MX-50 if they can. Yes, they do. Now Chicken So Beautiful has one shot, and he goes down. That's 3 down. Now it's Melancholy Alice in the Love of Despair. We got the mouse of Eye Lion pushing on Melancholy Alice, who's on his long reload. Eye Lion still trying to push down on Melancholy Alice. We're just going to face off on this at the moment. Toddcat coming in as well. Middix trying to get round to the Love of Despair. Toddcat focused completely on Melancholy Alice, who's now loaded. There goes the Love of Despair. Can they get rid of Melancholy Alice? Oh, Eye Lion pushing into the corner, and they do, leaving one man standing. Pokemon in the E100. But Phony Heroes is there, and so is Comic Kitten. Convincing stuff this time by Cats. Really turned it around, taking it to the playoff. Oh, 17,800 dished out by Cats compared to the 11,500 by KDS. Much better stuff by Cats. They felt more comfortable, I think, on that side of the map with that strat. And they took KDS by surprise. KDS basically trying to plug the holes that Cats were making and coming unstuck. We're now going to move to Alpenstadt with KDS on the south spawn, Cats on the north spawn. Cats now have a paw on the final cup. KDS lost their grip a little bit. Cats have read it up first. Eye Lion in an IS4. Middix in a 113, Necromancer in a Vickers Light, Toddcat in IS4, Juicy in an E5, Phony Hero in IS4, and Get in the Kitchen in an E5. Moving over to KDS, we have got Kiss Fight in an E5, Bloodlines potentially in an E100, Canada Gent in a Vickers Light, Melancholy Alice in an E5, Bloodlines is in an IS4 now, The Love of Despair in an E5, Pokemon in an E100, and Chicken So Beautiful in an IS4. So it's all to play for. All to play for. As I said, I mean, KDS are fighting to get into the top 8, whereas Cats are just trying to leapfrog and secure their position in the final 8, in the top 8, sorry, which I think they've done after this game. There's only 3 more rounds to go. So can Cats do it? Can they turn it? We've got a 7-minute game to go. So we'll find out very, very shortly. Let's get up high into the back of the map, as we normally do. So we can see already the Vickers Light of Canada Gent going down the middle, peeling off now towards the A-cap. Bokeyman in the E100 going up high there on the ramp, and Bloodlines heading towards the centre. We've got Middix in the 113 making a bold move towards that A-cap. Love of Despair has now been spotted. Middix tries to get a shot across, so does Juicy, I think, but no, I don't think Juicy shot. Middix definitely did. Eyelion just holding fire here. Chicken So Beautiful, however, is going to come around very shortly. Eyelion has not seen him, but Chicken So Beautiful has. Bloodlines is readied up on the B-cap. Bokeyman just holding back. And Juicy and Get in the Kitchen in the E5's going all down on the ridge here, which is able to do. Cats manages to take the A-cap. You can see, I mean, this is where this map is slightly one-sided. Eyelion being smacked around a bit here. He's in a bit of a tricky situation. He's got tanks all around him. The Love of Despair can get shots in. Chicken So Beautiful can get shots in just as he did then. And so can the Vickers of Canada Gent. And Bloodlines is coming down to give Eyelion a bit of a hard time. Eyelion is in a world of pain here. He needs help. Toddcat tries to get a shot into Bloodlines, but Eyelion goes down very easily there. Now the E5s are pushing onto Melancholy Alice and the Love of Despair. Get in the Kitchen, gets smacked massively there. Juicy comes in to help out, tries to hit point share. Juicy just trying to help out here, but Kiss Fight coming in. He's going to take out Get in the Kitchen, as you'll see. There you go. Which means Juicy is now in trouble. It's 3-on-1 over this side. 2 down already. And probably a third going down. Juicy is probably going to go down, unfortunately for Juicy. Moving over to this side. Middix is coming in. Phony Heroes is coming in. Toddcat is fighting off with Bokeyman, trying to cap the B-cap. There's no fight going on there. Phony Heroes is coming down to try and help out with Chicken So Beautiful. Getting the Juicy is about to go down. We're not going to stay with him. They need to get rid of Bloodlines if they can. Toddcat moves around to do so. Juicy has gone down. Canada Gent has gone down. Is Toddcat going to be able to get a shot in? Yes, he does, but he bounces. Oh, Middix is about to go down to the E100 of Bokeyman. He's a one-shot. There he goes. It's not looking good for Cats. KDS have turned it around. Bloodline has gone down. Toddcat finally did take him, but Phony Heroes is now a one-shot. Toddcat is a 3-shot. This is going to be a victory, unfortunately. And there we go. It's all over. KDS. Necromancer's the last man standing. He's not going to last much longer. He's a 2-shot. A 1-shot if you're an E100, and there you go. He gets 1-shotted. Couldn't do much about it. And KDS win it. Oof. So KDS take the final. Cats just being turned over there. They lost Eyelion very early there. He was very isolated, to be fair, in that position. And then the push on the E5s wasn't a bad push by Juicy and Get in the Kitchen, but they just come unstuck against Melancholy Alice, the Love of Despair, with Kiss Fight coming in to help out. So that's it. I'm going to see if our man is waiting. Oh, who we got? Hunky Wotb. Yes. Let's see if. I don't think he is today. So let's play a replay for the moment. This is a very good re-roll. Just seeing if Wildman's help is doing anything. I don't think he is. So Well played there by KDS in the end. Unfortunate for Cats, but good games. Cats taking it to a decider. Just not being able to finish it in the final quarter. I don't think it's going to be too disappointing for them. I think it's going to help them quite a lot. I think they're going to jump above Feast at least, but we won't know as of yet. We will find out. Actually, we can jump in with Wotb's Alpha, I think. Let's see what he's got to say. Oh, you are here!
Yeah, I'm here for game. Oh, yeah, the game's finished for you. But do we have any other guys here? That's good. Oh,
In the same game as you.
KDS so dominant tonight. I think like all the plans against him at least makes at least one major mistake.
Well, you say that, but
What do you think about the games tonight?
Well, you say KDS were dominant, but Cats really hurt them in the second game of Middleburg.
They really did. But I was saying, in weird times you use weird methods, and it worked.
Absolutely. I think what happened in the fight in the decider there in Alpenstadt, they lost. Yeah. They did lose the captain quite early on, unfortunately for him.
That's true.
Cats. He not because he was in a bad place. It was just KDS played a different strat, and he suddenly became isolated. Todd Cap couldn't do anything about that. He couldn't help him. So losing Eyelion, with quite early on, didn't help. And then the push on the E5s by getting the Kitchen and Juicy was a good push, but by losing Eyelion, that freed up Kiss Fight in the E5 to come round, and all of a sudden it was 3-on-2, and then with Kiss Fight coming in, able to take out Getting the Kitchen, it then became 3-on-1, and by then, unfortunately, the game was over for Cats. There's not much they could have done.
Not much they could have done.
No.
I would say no. I was also saying on the stream that Island was potentially would get isolated. I was saying, yes, they just need to rush down the river. They did rush down the river and took down Eyeline. I was very worried about that. And there was also IS4 at the back of the push. I was saying the IS4 cannot snipe, and you need to push the line.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that. You need a good horizontal straight line to get in front line. I was also questioning whether the E5 push is worth it or not, because
when they started the push, it made sense because it was 2-on-2, two E5s against two E5s, and
yeah, but it's like without the number advantage, which means it's a gamble.
Well, what happened was, if you notice, when they pushed over the top, Get in the Kitchen really got smacked as he came over the top, not from the other E5s, but from across the map. Because the way KDS had positioned themselves, they'd positioned themselves to be able to do that. And he lost a lot of hit points at the start of the push, which is why, if you notice, Juicy then had to try and hit point share when they were pushing down on the two E5s. But because Lion was out of the picture now in that position, that freed up Kiss Fight to come in and just basically take out Get in the Kitchen almost immediately. That was the thing. I mean, it wasn't that Cats played badly. It was that KDS played better.
Yeah, KDS played really well. I mean, that push down the river, I think, was the winning move for them.
Absolutely.
I don't know how did they know that Alliance isolated there. I don't know.
If you notice that they had the IS4 there of I can't remember who it was now, and the IS4 for KDS was down in the bottom. Could spot Eyelion, but Eyelion could not spot back, if you notice. Yeah. Because it wasn't a proximity spot. So
I see.
So that was how that happened. That's how they managed to catch where Eyelion was. And Eyelion wasn't aware that the IS4 was there until it was too late, basically.
Yeah. And I think the second match, let's talk about the second match for Middelburg. And I think the reason why KDS lost is just because of their lineup, basically. They have like double 15B and a U100, 3 tanks not common in Clan Wars at all. And the 15B, they are pretty weak in terms of armor. If you can work well, then you can work well. But Cats just go full heavy and go to city and just the tank, the IS-4 trying to cap A, took a lot of damage and tried to get out. And although that's not the end of the world for them yet, Cat's able to pull off more than 3k of input advantage for the entire game, basically.
The thing about that game that shocked me, I mean, that's an old strat. Taking 2 mouses, sticking them in B, getting the IS-4s, and rotate all the way around towards the A cap. It's a very old strat on the EU server. And a lot of clans on EU don't use it anymore, because obviously everybody's aware of that strat. And I don't know if it's used that much on Asia server. I mean, it's the first time I've seen it on the Asian server, to be fair. I know it's used a few times in QTs, but I've never seen it in a Pro Tour. What I sort of got from that was it caught KDS completely off guard. They've clearly not been up against that kind of strat before.
Right.
And it's as I said, it's a very common strat in EU. And you know, when you go on Middelburg and you're spawning on that side of the map and you see the opposition have got 2 mouses and a shed load of IS-4s, you generally know it's going to be a B through to an A strat.
Yeah, but I mean, actually, KDS knew that was coming. They didn't have a good response to that with that kind of setup because it's so weak that if they make some slight minor mistakes, that will punish them hard.
I totally agree with you there. I mean, I'll be honest with you. On Middelburg, AMX 50Bs, it's not really the meta for that map. Now, if they would have taken 3 mouses or 3 100s, I'd understand it. If you're gonna if you're gonna stay down in the city area, then take your super heavies. Taking heavies, clipper heavies that have got a very long reload, and then effectively splitting them up was an interesting strat that clearly didn't work.
Interesting strat that clearly didn't work. We also have Stin in the moderator's lounge here. Hello, Stin.
Hi.
Hello. What do you think about games tonight?
I'm just rewatching the first one. Oh no, wait. The first one, Cats versus RN, because I only joined at the end.
I see. Well, I'll leave you to that for now. And okay, so how about your side of the stream, Fujit? How about JV and the brackets?
Well, JV went out quite early to Cats, oddly enough, and then I followed Cats all the way through to the final. And I mean, the first game, GV. Well, the first game didn't happen because the other team didn't turn up, basically.
Who's that team? If I remember correctly.
It's a Japanese team. What they called again? I can't remember what they called now.
Act 1.
Act 1, that's it. Yeah, so Act 1 didn't get their act together, unfortunately. So GV had a very easy move into the quarterfinals.
Right, is that a pun?
Yeah, it is a pun. So they moved into the quarterfinals, but basically they just they played well in the first game and then just got turned over. So Cats played really well in the quarterfinals, turned them over. And Cats showed how dominant they can be against GV there. They really did. And then when it went into the semi-final, I mean, Cats were against ID.
Yeah.
And again, Cats showed how dominant they can be when they want to be. They employed on Desert Sands a similar strat to what they played last week, which was really interesting. Which is where they take out the 250Bs and they get the IS-4s to go to the C-cap to try and bait them. But ID had obviously seen the strat, they weren't baited. So it made Cats check, but it still worked for Cats because they just then, brought in tanks to assist the AMXs and push through the A-cap and basically just managed to wipe out the light tanks and the E5s around the A cap, and really took it from there. So it was a great semi-final. It was a great semi-final.
That was good. However, look, I mean, talking about my side, the Innovan now is here. I think he's going to put out like a 5-minute rant about tonight's performance for a lot of Asian teams. Because seriously, from my end, KDS just made a lot of the Asian teams look very bad, to be honest.
Who has?
Yeah, it does. It did. RN against KDS. RN the first game played really well. That win, they deserved that win totally. They were like under a lot of point disadvantage at the start, and they almost kind of fluffed the 3 versus 4 with the E5s against the 3 versus 2. Sorry, 3 versus 2. They have 3 E5s, I think, or like 3 heavies for the RN side against 2, I think, E5s. There, they almost fluffed it. But they were able to like come around those T20s on the RN side, very, very important to kind of shut down the tanks one by one. And they got supported by another heavy as well, and that's why they won that first game. Second game, however, they have an AFK for most of the match, the E5 there. And from that point on, RN went on tilt, and the tiebreaker match for the Normandy, they were like. I think the mediums or the lights at the back was like circling. Maybe they have some issues as well. I'm not sure. But RM were plagued with technical difficulties. If not, I think RM would have won those games and would have gone through instead of KDS.
RN are Japanese, aren't they?
What?
RN are Japanese.
Are Japanese? Yeah. Their second match.
Well, Act One are also Japanese, and
yes.
I don't know. Because I said. I mean, in the first game against. GV, half the team didn't turn up.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure if there was some technical difficulties on the RN side tonight. So
don't know is the honest answer.
But let me just kind of do something off seas. What do you think about the games in a minute?
Well, you know, I'm really disappointed. Like, I can understand some things which have happened, but you know, the finals are just like, we're taking this setup, you know what we're going to do? Can you win, please? No, you can't? Okay, fine, thanks. Because the first match, Cats versus KDS, I can see the Vickers being in the city, being able to just go in A and just come back, and he just stands AFK. Like, really AFK. And I was like, what the hell? The second game, the team takes 2 mouses and 4 IS4s. Of course they're going to go the hill. Of course. Yes, exactly. And the third game, as I've typed in the chat, I love the Cats tanks. They have like the supreme advantage because they have 113, which on Alpenstadt is one of the supreme tanks ever. Because really, it can play either in the city, either on the fields, and it can do damage. And what you can see, like Cats are just like being AFK defensively, like trying to do something with the Lion, who is in the middle doing the aggressive spot, and no one covers him. They just
no one covers him. Yeah.
Being like AFK near the A, near their spawn, near the A, and only one IS4 on the Todd. He was like trying to at least do some damage. And still, instead of okay, we're losing Lion, let's do something else which we can do. We have the Vickers who can go for B together with the Todd, so they can shut down the E100 in the same time. And after that, we can take the B while they're on downside in the river. We can just go push just like after killing the E100, and then we can take the supreme advantage of like being on the hills. And what can I see? Like, okay, guys, let's just YOLO. Fuck this.
Well, I think losing Eye Lion took them by surprise.
It wasn't a surprise.
I agree with you. It wasn't for us lot. It's not a surprise.
You know, if you put IS4 or E5 or even other heavy tank in that spot where Island was, you know that he's going to be dead.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't need the support actually. Usually, when you put any heavy tank like this aggressively, you want enemy team to focus him, so you will have the advantage of the movement.
Correct.
While your tank is dying, you can do some other really important stuff. And what I've seen, they're just losing a lion and they're like, my lion, who cares about? Really, I'm really disappointed. I just like, what the hell? Really, what the hell? Were they even playing?
Oh, we lost.
You know.
Oh, okay, we didn't lose you. I thought like Innerman's like too angry, and he was like.
I'm not
I'm
angry.
done.
I'm really disappointed because
I'm disappointed as well.
Because in Russia we have one game, and the guy wins when he loses more.
Yeah.
And it's like what I have seen in this Asian tournament. It's like, okay, guys, we won. We lose, we won. Really.
I mean, yeah, it's just I mean, yeah, I have no.
GG TDS. GG TDS, they really deserve, but
they really deserve. Like they so dominant. Like no one's like close enough tonight. Except Cats, like back in and RN. Yeah.
I don't think so. For me, really, it wasn't KDS who were dominant. It was just the opponents who were doing some random stuff. Really.
Yeah.
Well,
it reminds me of actually. Sorry.
No, I have to agree with him there. You say that KDS were dominant in the final. I don't think they were dominant personally. If they would have won both games back to back on Middleburg, I would agree with you. But the way they played Middleburg in their meta selection tells me that they're not dominant at all. Now, as we said earlier, taking two AMX 50Bs and then splitting them up on Middleburg, why? I mean,
because they thought they're going to the hill.
Yeah, but isolated, an AMX 50B is useless. You play them as a pair for a reason. If you're gonna take advantage of the DPM, you play them as a pair. And if you're in a city map like that against two mouses and a shed load of IS4s, why would you split your AMX 50s up? Because as soon as they're on their long reload, they're screwed.
True.
And I didn't understand that. As I said earlier before, that strat that Cats played on Middleburg is a basic strat. It's a basic strat. Two mouses go to B, the IS4s hurtle round to A. And KDS should have known that. And they should have been prepared for that.
They are known, I think they are prepared, but they don't know how to move that lineup.
I don't think anybody could have managed with that lineup.
I don't think so. That's the main point.
The thing is that there is a way, and the 50Bs are actually the counterplay for those mouses and IS4s.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand the split of the IMXs, because back in the first alliance, we had some really cool strats with those AMXs in the Middleburg, because, okay, heal is for the noobs. Play city, you win.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand the splitting, because you want your AMX doing damage. And if you place them in one place where they can be focused down and dead, you're like using them in not in proper way. So I can understand the splitting, but what I cannot understand is like, really, cats are taking 2 mouses and 4 IS4s. Please, someone tell me what they're going to do on the Middelburg with the 2 mouses and 4 IS4s.
They're quite easy. Take B and go round to A.
Yeah, that's the point.
Exactly.
How can you lose? How can you lose if you know what your opponent is going to do?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
They're
true.
taking 1 Vickers just for me. When I was playing, we were taking 1 Vickers or any medium or light tank, so that our heavy tanks will not spawn on the top and will not have the long way down.
Yeah.
But you know what they're going to do.
Absolutely. That's what the shocker is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm really disappointed about the whole finals, not about just cats, just the whole finals.
The whole
And
bracket.
yeah, exactly. And those IMXs are really good counterplay for those mouses, because the mouses are really slow, and if you will be able to put the AMXs in the right position, so they can just stop the mouses from going. They have 3 shells, they can just, tracking the mouses like for eternity. One is shooting, the other is reloading.
Right.
Eternal Sinsan says, good work CC. I'm not a CC, but thank you for your compliment. But tonight is not good work, because what happened tonight is that I messed up with my stream and I didn't put the stream delay on my original stream that was supposed to be up on the website, and I have to end the stream immediately. Yeah, I did kind of do some search on the website. It says you can put mid-stream delay. You can do stream delay in the midstream. I don't know if that works.
I won't worry about it too much, mate. Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah.
No, don't worry
And
about
then,
it.
yeah, I know, but like the second, but then I started a second stream and I told Wargaming immediately about that. Yeah, they fixed it in the end, which is good. But yeah, I think that's the reason why I have 7 dislikes on this stream.
Just to put you in the picture, what I do, I don't set OBS to the full 5 minutes. I set OBS to 4 minutes, and I set YouTube to a minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if I forget to re-engage the delay on OBS, I've automatically still got a minute delay on YouTube, which really helps you out. So if you're not doing that, just do that. It helps. And then when you realise you haven't got your OBS set to the delay, you don't have so much of a panic attack. Because no, seriously, you don't have such a panic attack. Because whilst you've got a 60-second delay on YouTube that you can add, YouTube automatically also puts in another 20 seconds. So you've basically got about a minute and a half delay on YouTube itself. So if you get into doing that habit, then it's not so traumatic. And then you can, and then if you restart in between the games, because of the delay, it kicks in and you don't lose anything apart from that couple of minutes, that couple of seconds restart. Because whilst it looks like you're not streaming, you are actually streaming, they just can't see anything.
Right. But then if I click end stream on my end, it ends the stream immediately.
Yeah, no, you can do that, but all you got to do is stick your be right back. Get a be right back screen. Stick your be right back on. Click end stream. So end the stream immediately. Put the delay quickly in. Restart the stream quickly, and all you lose is those few seconds in between closing the stream and restarting.
Right.
Because when it kicks back in, you've still got the delay that catches up. So it doesn't. It's not so much of a problem, honestly.
Right. Okay, I'm going to try something and see if it's going to work.
Because I did a similar thing on North America in the Challengers Tour 2 years ago, and I was like you. I had a massive panic attack.
I see.
And then I realised that because I restarted the stream in between the games, so I just played the game out, restarted the stream. I didn't lose anything. Really.
I see.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it on Streamlabs OBS, but then the problem is when I click end stream, it will end the stream for YouTube as well, and that's the problem.
Okay. Oh, right. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, because because I don't go through Streamlabs. I just go through OBS Direct, and then
OBS.
So when I close OBS,
Yeah.
YouTube is still streaming.
Right. I do have to find a way to how to like close Streamlabs, the stream without affecting the stream on YouTube.
I don't know if you can do that. Like I said, I mean, I don't use Streamlabs. I used to use Streamlabs when I was streaming countings and stuff, but on tournament I go straight direct with OBS because you have more control over it, over the stream with your direct with OBS than you do with Streamlabs. So I can manipulate. So basically, I can manipulate. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can do a lot more in Streamlabs than what I can do in OBS Direct. With you can have counts in and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I can't have those. I can't have viewer count and all this sort of stuff on OBS Direct. But what I can do, I can manipulate closing OBS, closing the stream, having a Be Right Back screen on, and keeping YouTube active. So YouTube is always streaming in the background. It never disengages the stream. So, but always I don't, because with Streamlabs you don't get to manipulate YouTube either, do you?
What?
Well, for example,
usually I don't have to press that button.
Right, well that's the thing. So when I'm about to stream, I start my stream about 10 minutes before I even about 15 minutes before I start the stream, the official stream. I start the stream, okay, just to make sure that everything's fine, that I've got good FPS, good KBS, everything's going well. And then I will sort everything out. I'll sort the sound out, everything else. And then it will then start streaming from OBS, but because I haven't pressed go live on YouTube, it gives me time to tinker with it, so to speak.
Right.
Whereas Streamlabs you can't do that, because when you press stream, it automatically starts streaming.
Yeah.
That's true. Right, talking back about the performance, Low versus KDS, it was so hard to watch, to be honest. Like, Low makes some very basic mistakes, like crossing over to dunes in the desert side, so that KDS can just focus you down when you cross.
They were doing
like
what?
That. No, Low, they have like T22s, let's say, for example, he tries to cross over the dune, and he got spotted, I got whacked.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it was like, what are you thinking at the time? How did you let that happen? And their coordination, they have some good ideas in rotation, but their coordination was just not there. Yeah.
It's getting to the. I mean, it's the middle of the tour now. I mean, we're in the final third now. So as we said last time, I mean, they're now looking to just get those top 8 places. So maybe the attention is not there at the moment. I don't
know. And like Asia server is somewhat laggy, which
it is. Yes, it is.
Exacerbated the problems. So I definitely going to say about RN's issue there, because they didn't deserve to lose there, because an attack AFK in the second batch tilted them a lot. And we talk about that, whether it's on the Wargaming's end or it's their end of it. They just got too unlucky for that. HLV against KDS, I can't remember, but again, either they like go too aggressively in the push, or I don't know what's going on for HLV tonight as well. Yeah, like,
well,
it's not what I know about HLV. They could have done a lot better.
Well, HLV are up into 4th now, which surprised me. I thought Cats were going to be 4th, but HLV are 4th.
Yeah, HLV are 4th, because Feast are not there, so that's why they are 4th.
Well, Feast have dropped down to 5th. Boone have now dropped out of the top 8, and KDS have come into the top 8.
Yeah, without playing one match day, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, RN have now jumped up to 1st.
I mean,
they're always first. They're always first.
They were first already. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so in GV, and so there's no change in the top three. HLV are now snapping at the heels of ID. Feast
Yeah.
haven't really got anything to complain about. I mean, they've dropped a
That's
place, but
okay,
they're still in the top 8, so it's not a big deal considering they missed it the entire tour today. But
Yeah.
I thought Cats may have leapfrogged Feast, but clearly not. I mean, they only
Clearly
got
not.
they only got 2,000 odd points today, cups.
22,125 cups.
Yeah.
That's of saying.
Yeah, so
Aaron will be
the
having 20. Yeah.
the
Aaron will
third
be having.
the what 60 cats 60 short of leapfrogging. That was all.
Yeah, that was all. The first is RM with 24,634 cups, GV second 23,712 cups, ID 23,500 cups, HLV 22,362 cups,
Mhm.
Feast 22,985 cups, Cats sixth 22,125 cups, Low 21,802 cups, and KDS will be with 19,298 cups, ahead of Boone in the 9th place with 18,797 cups.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it was said anything was said in your chat, but in my chat, there's still a lot of contention surrounding KDS. There's a lot of controversy still surrounding them.
Yeah, a lot of controversies, and I said on the stream, Wargaming needs to start investigating about this issue immediately.
Well, well, you say that, but they don't need to until the end of the tour, because because what they will do, they will just kick them out. They'll just say they failed, and then, for example, if the tour was to end now and Wargaming were to say yes, the KDS have broken the rules, they were banned. These players were banned for whatever reason, and they shouldn't be in a tour. Then KDS would just be kicked out. Boone would go back to being 8th, and everybody would just come up a spot. So
Yeah, but however, we still have 4 matches to go, and already KDS been doing a lot of trouble against all these cannons. And imagine how it would have been if KDS were not in the remaining 4 match days. I mean, everything could shuffle up, and the results, the leaderboard you're seeing there, could have gone differently.
it could have gone differently. I mean, you say it could have gone differently. Yes, then Cats would have leapfrogged, but the thing is that the top 8 would stay the same, and it's a difficult one
Could it?
because the guys don't get the credits, of course, etc., etc. I get that.
Yeah.
But is the idea? Are they really interested in the credits, or are they interested in being in the top 8 and getting to the Pro Tour? I don't know. Is the honest answer. I can't speak for the players. But at this level, they're more interested, I think, in getting into the Pro Tour.
Yes. Someone asked the people in the moderators lounge. It is Edelman, Stin, and Fujit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enderman. Right. I'm not going to ask him about. He will round for a full like 3 minutes on to low against KDS because that is that bad. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, but I'm sorry to say, but I have to say it's bad. I'm sorry, but just I'm not going to discredit. Low beat ID in the 3rd place match in the end, but like.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well played, Low. Unlucky ID.
Well played for Low, looking out.
But ID aren't going to be too fussed. I mean, they're still in 3rd place. I mean, we're starting. I mean, the only contentious one, as we say, is KDS. Aside from that, the top 7 is pretty much what we're going to be seeing going into the top 8.
That's true.
There's not going to be much change, and I don't think, except Boone, there are any challenges in the top 16 to come up.
Or Calm, which is actually close, with 18,546 cups, and they're just behind Boom by around 200 cups.
Well, if that's the case, then Calm have only got three more games to sort it out, which in theory
4.
they've got. Yeah, well, they've got 4, but they've only. Well, that's if they get through. I mean, they've got to get through first. They've got to really pile the pressure on themselves if they want to get that top spot. Taking into account that the ones in the top 8, all they need to do is progress. Realistically, you've seen today, Feast didn't progress, and they're still in the top 8, and they're still at number 5.
That's true.
And this is the thing: when it gets to this side, when it gets to the final third of this tournament, there ain't much. You know, it gets a bit more difficult for those guys to progress.
Yeah. And exactly, we can show to Wargaming that you don't need 8 match days to decide the top 8. Like already, maybe 6 would be enough. 4 would be a number that could still be in contention, but 6, I think it's okay. I think we don't need 8 for
Yeah,
proof is good.
potentially.
It's training.
Yeah,
It's
potentially.
training. I mean, yeah, it's training, and you need the players to have like 4 weeks of 4 days available in a month. Yeah.
Of course, of
4
course.
days, 4 days per week in a month, and that's a lot of days to kind of play, and don't need that much. Like 6 is good. 4, yeah, you can argue with that whether it's good, but 6, you don't need more than 6 to decide.
Yeah.
At least for both Asia and the EU server.
Well, potentially.
Because yeah.
I think,
potentially.
yeah. I mean, I think EU's a bit harder because there are more teams.
Yeah, but then it whittled down to potentially like only 10 teams.
Oh,
10
always,
teams.
always. And this is the problem with the Ascent tours, because it always ends up being the same suspects, which is to be expected because it's the line up to the Pro Tour, and
Yeah.
you know, until we start seeing a different methodology from the players, which we won't, because they're always, as we said last week, they'll always want to go to the best teams. They'll always want to go to the teams that are going in. It's like if you're a footballer, you're going to want to play for Barcelona or Bayern Munich or places like this. You're not going to want to go and play for, I don't know, Watford. Simple as that. it's just the way it works.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Unless you're going to change the tradition, which Atalanta is trying to do that.
Well, they try, but I mean, so I think we're seeing the genesis of. I think the top 7 now is fixed for Asia. To be honest with you, the 8th place is up for grabs, and unless any of the teams have complete and utter brain farts between now and the end of this Ascent tour, which is highly unlikely, unless Feast have another brain fart like they did yesterday, and don't progress again.
But then they were against KDS, so KDS won the entire thing in the end. So.
Yeah, I mean, but unless something untoward happens with these teams, then I can't really see them dropping out of the top 8. Those 7. The 8th place is up for grabs.
That's true.
More so because of the controversy over KDS.
That's
Because they are in 8th place and there is controversy. Let's not kid ourselves. So, but you know, I think it's pretty much secure who's going into the next round. And what they should be looking at now, and this is the next thing, which is why, you know, it needs to be looked at again somehow. The rankings become more important.
Right. The rankings? You mean the top 8 or something? Or you mean the table I'm showing?
Yeah, I mean, well, when they go into the Pro Series, it's how they're ranked in the Pro Series. Then, and you know, maybe for the Pro Series, they should be ranked on the position they were in the Ascent Tour, rather than on their win rates.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Also, now you're seeing on the right side of the screen, which I use my system. The same top 8 actually. No changes. Actually, KDS will be in the 3rd place instead, 526 cups. That's because I didn't because their absence in the first previous skill tournaments didn't do a lot of damage, and that's why they're that high in the table. But I think everything is identical, apart from ID being in the 6th instead of 3rd, and Cats in the 4th, and HLV in the 7th. Well, actually interesting, because HLV would now have 365 cups instead, and then Boone 237 cups, like 13 cups behind of Low. So, like my system, the top 8 is pretty much set.
Yeah.
So I'm actually pretty happy that my system is similar to Wargaming system, and yeah, it's like I really like the system this time. Like the cup system, it makes a lot more sense than the previous 2. Especially the 2020's frame, which makes little sense at all of how like the how important like getting into the round of 32, round of 16 in the final stages. Luckily, it's much less important this time, so I can compliment Wargaming for making that happen. And I think Stin wants to say something, aren't you?
Crack on, man.
No, I don't have anything to say.
then don't crack on, man.
Oh my god. Also under a lot of controversy on the EU server is the win rate exceeding abuse. Yep. And
well, that's always going to be there. That's always going to be there. I mean,
that's always be there. But then it has gone to a point that is it's simply rigging the system. And some clans, I'm not going to name the clans, they have put accounts, reroll accounts with a very high win rate, not just 100%, like close to 100% you can say, and they have accounts with no tier 10 tanks. And why was this even allowed in the team? Was this allowed in the
because it's not against the rules. And
it's against the rules actually. I mean,
it's not.
It is because I can get you the the game rules for the legal documentation 2.1.1 that says rigged battles or similar actions of any kind to achieve high stats in game awards.
But they're not rigging the battles to it now. But they're not rigging the battle.
No,
They're not.
Because there is no reason. Like, why would you put an account that has no that cannot even play tier 10 tournaments at all? Like, there is only one reason, and that's trying to kind of change the seeding of your team. And rigging.
No. Right. Well, this is where it becomes a very fine line. You're not rigging the game, as in you're not rigging the gameplay. You're rigging your seeding, which only applies to tournaments, doesn't apply anywhere else. And this is the thing. It's like, for example, take what FBI and Raid did in the spring season. You could argue that's also rigging and a breach. It's not. And this isn't a rig either. They're not rigging the game to effectively gain an advantage per se. But what they're doing, they're manipulating their stats to get better seeding. That I get.
Yeah.
But that's not rigging the game because they've still got to play the game. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and this is where I'm saying my argument has always been this: the end user license agreement needs to be updated. Especially when it comes to tournaments, because it's a very old document now, and when it first came out, tournaments didn't exist in World of Tanks Blitz.
Yeah.
And World of Tanks Blitz has now moved on, and there are things that are coming out that will always come out as long as they're not breaking the rules, like we saw FBI and Raid do with the ticketed tours. Like we're now seeing with the manipulation of win rates to get better seeding positions. These are not breaches of the game as such, but they should be.
They should be, and also, I mean, it says like similar actions of any kind. It's just not just the game itself, but also.
No, wargaming only associate it with the game, not the tournaments, because this is the thing. The end user license agreement is very, very, very hazy on tournaments. Because, as I said, when they brought it out, tournaments didn't exist, and it needs to be updated. Which is why, if you notice, every tournament they bring out a new tournament. They bring out tournament rules with the tournament.
Yeah.
But it only covers certain things. And what they need to do, they need to bring out a new end user license agreement that either A is solely for tournaments, or B covers tournaments at the same time as covering the gameplay.
Yeah. But then you can argue that tournaments is part of the game, and it says like should users but then it's still like part of the game, so you can argue that it's still. Yeah,
but they're not rigging the actual game. They're rigging their position in the game, and they're not. They've still got to play the game. That's the thing. Now, what that clause is meant to protect is, if you go back you remember the the E50M APA controversy with Loka, where that fell under that category of rigging the game, where the alleged Loka player was purposely blocking his own teammate to allow the guy in the E50M to get more damage. That's what that clause covers, that type of manipulation.
Yeah.
Or when you go into a platoon, or you do a counting in ratings. These are manipulations they're trying, that covers. It doesn't cover, because you've still got to play the game, and that's the coverage. It doesn't cover the ranking system. And that's where the failure is. It doesn't go that far. And you're right, it needs to go that far.
Yeah, I know, but tournaments, I mean, my point is, like, tournaments still part of the game. Like, anything, they also said etc. as well, because that doesn't, like, limit to kind of, like, the gameplays per se. It's, like, also, like, game rules. It's not, it's the all users of World of Tanks splits. It's like, it's not just the gameplay itself. Like, every element of the game, if you try to manipulate that, that could come into that as well. So I think actually the documentation we have at the moment, the tournaments and the actions I think the teams are doing, wargaming could in theory impose that.
And as a lawyer, I would argue valiantly in their defence and say, wargaming, you can't do that because it doesn't affect the gameplay. They've still got to play the game. They're not manipulating the gameplay. They're manipulating a position they can get to play the game. But once they're in the game, they're not manipulating the game, and therefore they're not gaining an advantage as such. And you could argue, this is the problem, it's so ambiguous when it comes to that side of the tournament. And I agree with you, it needs to be addressed. Much like the ticketed tour in the spring season wasn't a breach of the game rules, because it wasn't. But it is something that there is a loophole and it needs to be addressed, because you cannot have things like that happening.
You can't have like
and it's the same with this. You can't have ghost accounts at 100% win rate.
Yep.
And then you come down to, okay, if you turn around and say you can't have these reroll accounts with 100% win rate unless they got tier 10s or whatever. What happens when you get to the position whereby a player joins and he's got money and he's good enough, he joins, he plays one battle after he does his training in a premium tank, say tier 8 premium, and then all his other battles are in ratings or uprising or whatever. He's going to have a 100% win rate and still be able to grind the tanks to get into the tournaments.
Yep.
And that's not manipulation, I mean, because he's playing the game properly.
I didn't say these accounts.
No, I'm not saying the accounts should be banned. But what I'm saying there is, wargaming have to take this into account if they continue with the win rate seeding.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Because I've seen players on 100% win rates who've only played one battle and played all the rest of their battles in ratings or the other game modes.
Yeah.
And if you're having a win rate based seeding, then you've got to be conscious of this, and you've got to consider, well, do we base it, how do we do this? And maybe what they need to get to is every time they do a tour, spring, summer, autumn and winter, the team gets a seeding.
True.
So for example, in the spring series, let's say this summer series, at the end of this summer series, let's say we're talking about Asia and RN stay number 1, then they are seeded first going into the next round, and so on and so forth. Why can't they do that? And then if they go on and win the autumn tour, then they become seeded number 1 for Asia, so when the winter tour comes round, it doesn't matter what their win rate is.
Right. I think that's a good idea, but also should also take into account the kind of the off-season things happening going on. Maybe they have a lot of roster change. Maybe they have
Should it won't?
Maybe.
Yeah, but this is the argument though. Does the seeding? Is it the player who makes the seeding, or is it the team?
the team.
There you go. So it doesn't matter if they have roster changes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make an ounce of
but
difference.
I mean, if you have like that kind of team there, like the RN team, like that winning team, and then just start off with a new clan, and then how are you going to seed that new clan? Is that going to start from 0?
No, if they start a new clan, then they start at the bottom, just like anybody else would. And this is how, you know, if you're talking about, this is how professional football works. Professional football works in the same way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if all the top players decided to leave Barcelona next week and start a new team, they would not be seeded number 1, 2, or 3. They'd be seeded bottom until they won something. That's how it should be, I would have thought. And what we've got is a system that, not being funny, I mean, Wargaming run a good tour, but not being funny, they need to reconsider and update it now. It's outdated. The system they use is outdated. It served its purpose, but the tournament clan wars scene has moved on a lot since then.
True.
May I put my word in?
Of course.
Yeah.
I was listening to you for a long time, really, and what I have understood, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's that the problem is not really in the seeding system which exists, but the problem is that it is unavailable at the moment. It is just not working correctly. It is just abused by the players who want to get anything they can.
Yeah.
And they cannot. And if I understood correctly, Fugit, you're speaking about the league right?
Mm-hmm.
The league seeding, not like for the one tournament.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And the thing is that I agree with you. The leagues, if you add the league, which will not be, not like 2 big tournaments per year, but the league which consists of playing for, I don't know, 4 months and 2 months break, then 4 months, and maybe the summer break and some small tournaments and etc.
Yeah, that's basically
There's one thing that I would like to stay objective as much as possible, but most probably I cannot. The players which are playing will find a way to abuse anything.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Do you think about it or not?
No, absolutely. Everybody, of course they do. Everybody does.
From my point of view, what Wargaming need to do at first is just exclude the teams which are abusing the system. Not casually playing, but abusing. And once they'll do this, believe me, the system will start to work just because everyone will be scared to abuse it.
Well, they sort of did that with the summer tour, and a lot of players got banned. But was it enough? To be fair, I mean,
it was not enough. 14 days ban for you abusing the system and show everything that Wargaming, literally they're weak. 14. Believe me, if I want to prove that Wargaming system is not workable and it's unvaluable and it's basically a thing which is useless, I would like to go and do the same. I can stay in the 14 days ban and just type a message to the bot which answers me in customer service. Please, I'm so sorry, please don't ban me.
I mean, just out of interest.
The 14 days ban.
Just out of interest, I mean, I would have been okay with the 14 days ban for the player, but a tournament ban for the clan. Simple.
Yep, that's also one of the points which can arise, that you just go and say that this clan will not participate in the tournaments for 1 year. And so players can still play. Okay, fine. Go
Yeah.
play your reached battles and ratings and etc. But you will not be playing the tournament. And
Yeah.
once they'll come down and cry that please allow us to play, we are good now, we will not do this, you just ban them. Really, what I don't understand. Okay, I understand why Wargaming is not doing this, because money is still the money.
Yeah, but then if you don't fix that win rate seeding, you will also kill the CWC just because.
First of
Yeah.
all, show that you are strong, and you are not weak, and you will not
Yeah.
like, you know, oh,
Yeah.
14 days ban should be enough. You know, we want to show to our players that we like doing something, but you're showing us the only thing. Everyone can do whatever he wants, and then just go to cry to the customer service for reducing his permanent ban to the 14 days ban. That's what of you showed us.
Yeah.
Everyone can do and do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Whatever, even playing rich tournaments, you know. For me, to play a battle in a tournament with a big prize fund,
Yeah.
even once, allows me, as the one who holds the tournament, to ban the team, the players, whatever I want to, permanently. It's like
Right.
the most...
Well, that's what they did it first. They perma-banned them first.
No, they didn't.
No, they did. I saw some of the messages. Wargaming perma-banned first, and then they appealed it and got it knocked down to 14 days, basically.
It is.
Well, they permanently banned the half of the list, and then just a small letter, and yeah, they reduced the ban to the 14 days.
Yeah.
I don't know why Wargaming are doing nothing, and for me, the only reason which I can see is just like they're really understand that the professional scene is just literally dying, and they want to get rid of it, so it will kill itself.
Also,
So
like,
yeah. So
no, I mean also the seeding. If the win rate seeding is abused to the point that random seeding would do as good, then just remove the win rate seeding. Because
what
the seeding
I
is there in the first place to such that like the big clans would not face one another at an earlier stage, and then for streamers and for coverage, it will get exciting and exciting as the stage goes on.
well, I have something to say about it, but later on, without stream on, I guess. And what I would have done, just if you have the team, also, I don't know if you know it or not, the win rate is calculated only for the 7 players in the team, the first 7. The other 3 are not valued at all. They're not calculated. So what I can do, and we were laughing on this with my guys before, now we're not laughing, we're crying, is that you can make the free accounts 100% win rate, put them top 3, and then just to play a team at 7. And that's all.
Right,
You have free accounts of 100%.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So what is the point? And what I
that's
can
true.
see now is, like everyone is trying to abuse this.
And that's not good to see.
Yep. And what is also the problem is like, okay, let's imagine that one team makes this, yeah? 3 out of 10 players, 100%.
Yeah.
They proceed with a high win rate seeding throughout the qualifiers, make their top 8, and then they're allowed by the Wargaming to change their roster.
Yeah.
So you can just play with free accounts during the qualifiers and then just change your roster whatever you want to remove those 100%, put your
That's
real players. and you
Fair
have the
enough.
full 10 persons team, and the
Yeah.
Wargaming is allowing this.
Yeah, that's not a want to see because for the coverage and for the audience, it's going to be much less exciting. If the team there with using that 100% account is not as good as some fans outside of top 8.
Yeah, this is also the point. You can make 8 of the teams like that,
Yeah.
and then for those, let me calculate it, 8 on the free. For those 24 accounts, you'll put the players from the other clans, which are highly skilled, but not
Yeah.
from the team which abuses the system. So you'll have 24 more players to play in the top 8 and receive their rewards,
Yeah.
which are not deserved by them.
Yeah, and that I think I think Wargaming can't just say that we're going to impose that ban after this autumn after the autumn season. They can't. They really
Yeah.
can't. They need to do it as soon as possible.
Of course they need, but they won't do this because because yeah. There
Right.
are points because
But I'm really sad to say because it's yeah, it's just not good for the casuals too, and I'm just starting up.
it destroys the tournament's idea,
Yeah.
Totally.
literally. And
Literally.
then Wargaming says, "Oh, the pro scene is dying." Everyone says, "Oh, the pro scene is dying." The pro season is dying because everyone is going to abuse the system, which is
Yeah.
made to make the tournament seeding, and then everyone will start to cry. Oh, really? Why don't you then go to Wargaming and start to blame them so they will start thinking and working on the problem? No, you'll be the one of the abusers, of course.
Wow.
Well,
They do need to do something. Just seriously, I mean, they need to relook at it. That if they want to, and I really think they should, because I think they've got the opportunity to. If they really want to make a professional series and really plug it and get the game out there, they need to revisit the rules and the way it's all formulated.
one thing for sure, it cannot happen after the off season.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You will not allow to okay, if the Fugitives used as an example the football, I will use it as well. You will not let the Barcelona to abuse the system any way they want, win the league, and then ban them. You will
Correct.
not do it.
No.
You will ban them instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's even worse than the ticket problem back in spring season because it's going to affect every previous skill tournament, and it's the previous skill tournament you put it 8 days. The reason for you is you put it in 8 days just because you want a lot of game day and match days to decide the top 8 basically, and now if you don't do it immediately, it's just going to waste all these days and for nothing. All the days and
For me, the old tournament qualifiers were much better than what we have now. When you had like one weekend, one qualifiers and one top 64 brackets,
Yeah.
from where you get 80 teams which places themselves the first. For me,
Yeah.
it was much better because it was random.
I mean,
And I can understand that it was blamed by many guys because their random seeding was as not lucky as the ones who proceeded to the top 8. But it's still better than something which you can like mathematically analyze and abuse it in your own favor.
I think 2020 was also win rate seeding. Like the entire thing is also win rate.
But one of the things I've never understood is why did they get rid of the bronze and silver series? I mean, they were quite good for doing this sort of stuff.
They were good, yeah. And the reason was why it was removed, that it's just because nobody really played the Gold Series. Because it was mainly for the credits farming, and it was much better in the silver series because
Yes,
the
it
prices
was.
were almost the same, and 100 gold for you hardworking against the top teams. Why do you even need this?
True.
So, like for me, it was like the point why they have removed the gold series and the silver ones.
Well, food for thought, and I'm going to go now because I need food.
Right. Right, I'll catch you soon.
We're on EU tonight, Jack. So
Right.
Souls.
I will be following So's footage, and then I don't know about every game mistaken.
I have no idea. I'm with M8 and first, and then don't know who I'm going to be with after that. So
Okay, I'm going to show you. You're going to be mostly after M8, M8 and then So's, isn't it? M8 and row 1, and then SYS, and probably with two of the teams. I mean, either SYS or maybe M8. I think M8 is going through, and then the winner of that will face EG probably, and then you're going to beat up Peter.
yeah, that's what I thought. But we'll see.
Yeah, so
I'm going to have a quiet
not
stream. It'll be nice.
yeah. Great. I'll see you as well.
Right. Okay then. Right, I'll catch you all later. Again, guys, it's been great talking to you, and I'll catch you all soon.
No problem.
All right, guys.
Catch you.
Bye for now.
Bon appetit, Fugit.
You too. Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot. Bye. Well, that's it. That's the end of the stream, guys. I'm going to play the end of this replay, and that's it. It's all over. So, I've been Fugit. You've been a pleasure to host today. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'm back again later with EU. So, with that, I'm going to let this replay play out, and then that is it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, the mods, for keeping the chat friendly, and those of you who are around, hopefully catch you again later on the EU server. Bye for now.